Welcome back to the channel. This is the first of a series of videos about the transmission in the Elan. As with anything else that's rubber on this car, it's either perished or gone hard, and I had hoped to change the gearbox mount and the slave cylinders seals with the transmission in situ, but as you will see, that was not to be. Well, as you can see, the gearbox is now out of the car and I've been working on it, refurbishing bits and pieces. Originally I tried to start it by trying to take out the existing clutch slave cylinder, but it was completely corroded into the housing on the bell housing here. I just couldn't get it out at all. In the end I ended up sawing it all up. So here's the bits. So I sawed off one end and then sawed off the other end, piston end, pulled the piston out, which I had definitely getting out. I had to blow it out with the airline in the end, and then this bit was completely corroded inside the housing there. So as you can see, I cut two sort of slots with a hacksaw carefully so I didn't damage the housing, and then knocked the bits out. But you can see the amount of corrosion on there. It was really was gummed in. Anyway, that came out. But going back to remove the gearbox, I hope to do all this, change this, the slave cylinder wires on the car, but that wasn't going to happen. So I didn't know what to do. I thought, well, maybe I'll just take the bell housing off and then sort it out. Anyway, while I was at it, I thought, well, if I'm going to do that, I might as well change the oil seals in the back here. Because I don't know how long they've been in there for, probably 50 years, the age of the car. And then I thought, well, I've bought a new rear gearbox mount, let's see if I can get that out. So anyway, cut a long story short, you can see the state of the old gearbox mount, completely corroded away. Gearbox was absolutely covered in oil, engine oil and gearbox oil, and it's just rotted all the rubber away. And those that you know about these gearbox mounts, in theory you should be able to. This is the plate. This is the plate that sits onto the chassis. The mount goes on top, and in theory you can get to these bolts here from underneath. But the trouble is they've got nylox on them, and they're also they're not captive. So as soon as you loosen them off, they just rotate, and there's no way you can get to them from inside the car other than cutting holes in the fiberglass of the transmission tunnel, and even then I think it's a bit dubious, especially on these 5-speed boxes, because the mount's so far back down the tunnel, whether you could actually get in there with a spanner and or a socket and get it onto the top of these bolts. Anyway, so I ended up taking the gearbox out with all the mount attached. You can see the pictures here, and you can see that this mount's just hanging off the gearbox. Anyway, when it was out of the car, it was a lot easier to deal with, and I sorted out the cylinder. But I could also do the rear oil seals in the gearbox here, and change a few O-rings and things. But the gearbox came apart pretty easily. There are no big dramas, and it's just now ready to go back in the car. The other bonus was that I realised the prop shaft was in a terrible state. This is a new prop shaft. This was made for me by the boys at Prop Shaft Services at Feltham. Highly recommended, very great. I've used them many times over the years for various things. I took my old one in, and the spline on the old one was all was completely seized up, and they couldn't shift it. I'd already tried, so I said, well, it's probably cheaper and quicker to make you a new one. They used the existing, my original flanges, and they knocked this out. So really pleased with that. So thank you, Prop Shaft Services, for your help. The other issue that has come with the gearbox is the anti-sizzle rubber that goes in here. It's a great big rubber, sort of cone-shaped, convoluted, donutty thing. Again, it was just like this. It's completely, rotted away with the oil on it. And ironically, there's a big lump of foam a bit like the phone that's under the bonnet that stops the the air going past the radiator, wrapped round the gear lever, and that was absolutely sodden with oil because of running that out. It was just horrendous. Anyway, it's rotted all the bungs. So I've looked on the internet. You can't get these bungs. I also tried to see if I could get a replacement gear lever, but they're a bit scarce, and a few and far between. I couldn't find one available, so I think I'm going to end up having to make something to replicate the anti-sizzle bung rubber. So I'm not sure whether to use a spring or to use another piece of rubber and make up some collars that slot in, and somehow I'll fix them in. But that's for another day. I'll look at that. So yeah, it's all ready now to go back in the car, and hopefully over the next day or so I'll get that all back in. So to replace the anti-sizzle rubbery grommet washery thing, I've made up this, you've got a spring, and I made up this collar which is split, and you can see that, and uses the original E-clip to hold it in place. So hopefully that will do the job that the rubber originally did. We'll find out when it's in the car, when it's running. So there we go. Well, I hope you found that interesting. The gearbox is now back in the car, as you probably saw. Gear lever's in, the anti-sizzle thing's in. So hopefully you like what you've seen. If you did, please hit the like button and of course subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next video.